South Yorkshire Police, can I help you?
My son hasn't been seen since Saturday. The door's open and everything's all over the place.
Every 2 minutes, someone in Britain is reported missing.
He's gone again.
Failed to attend to pick up her children from school.
I've lost plot now, totally and utterly, because I don't think we're going to find him.
Every case is a race against time as police search for the reasons why.
Worst case scenario, he has kidnapped her.
Has he taken overdoses before? We need to get into that mindset as to what they're thinking and how they're thinking.
And trace the missing person's last known steps.
To and fro in cabs, and then he's disappeared. It's confirmed it's not on CCTV.
I'm going to put her on as a high-risk whisper. There's potential threat to life.
Drawing on every power to make a breakthrough.
I'm wanting a telecom search for his mobile phone.
This address is empty.
I think we're at a dead end at the moment.
In the mission to bring loved ones back to their families.
He's on Stanford Road and he's bleeding.
It's pressure because you want the ending to be a happy ending.
6-5, we are within now. Stand by. We're going to need an ambulance.
Is this the day that we don't get him back?
Police emergency.
Hello, I need to report my son missing. His name is Matthew. I've gone to pick him up off the college bus and he's not got off the bus. So I've rang his phone number and his phone's switched off. Completely out of character and he is autistic, so he's vulnerable. What should I do?
Well, we'll be sending officers to your address.
18-year-old Matthew was last seen by his mother when he left home this morning. It's the first time he's failed to return from college on time. While a unit travels to his home, staff at Matthew's college have been alerted.
Hi, we're just making some inquiries into a missing person which happens to be one of your students.
Is it regarding Matthew?
Yeah.
So I've got a few members of the staff to search the whole building and they haven't managed to find him here. So I got in contact with the tutors that he's been in with today. They confirmed that he left at 12:30. Obviously, they can't confirm he left the building.
Matthew's college in Barnsley is an 11-mile bus ride from his home in Stocksbridge on the outskirts of Sheffield, a journey that normally takes an hour at the end of the college day.
For me, it's like there's something physically that's stopping him from being here.
Yeah.
At Matthew's home, PC's Rio Donnelly and Tom Connor start gathering crucial information from Mum Rebecca.
What's he like with public transport and knowing his way around the system?
He's all right if it's a regular routine.
Yeah.
Because for his autism, he gets easily phased by new things.
Has he ever been gone missing before?
No,
police,
ever,
nothing?
never.
Right.
He says to me regularly, I'm the only person that understands him and his autism, so and I'm always first person he comes to when he's stressed and stuff. I just think the only reason that he's not back is because he can't get back.
Yeah.
It's not because he doesn't want to be here, it's because he can't be here.
Yeah.
He's got non-epileptic seizure disorder, which means that when he gets really stressed, he fits.
When was the last time he had a fit?
3 weeks ago.
You know when he has his seizures?
Yeah.
How long do they last?
40 minutes.
40 minutes?
And he can't feel his legs when he wakes up at them.
Right, okay. Has he ever had a seizure on his own before? No.
When you hear that somebody's autistic and they have stress-induced seizures, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. They could be stuck anywhere. They could need medical attention. My concern was massive for him.
Bit more of a thorough search of Matthew's room.
Every missing person we get, to look for clues that might help us figure out where they could be. They might have left a note to say exactly where they're planning on going. It might be train tickets, it might be receipts, it could be consoles where they've had conversations.
So what do you think he's got in his possession now then?
Well, looking at it, he's got his laptop, he's got his school bag, whatever he needs for school inside that bag. He's got his coat, he's got his phone.
Any travel cards, bus passes, anything like that?
He's got a regular bus pass card and a bus pass for college. I don't think for 1 minute that he will have been alright.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that we should be on by now. There's something physical stopping him from coming.
Yeah.
Otherwise he would be here.
Yeah.
The chance of Matthew suffering a seizure means he's immediately classified as high risk.
Give us automobile's description for this missing person. White male, slim build, black bomber jacket, tracksuit bottoms, black Nike trainers and black Adidas rucksack.
Yeah, we just updated for this but we've done the train station and the sort of immediate area and the Tesco nearby. No one's needed.
Alpha 6-4, there's no signs of the misfit down at the interchange.
Hi, we're just making inquiries into a high-risk missing person.
At Snig Hill Police Station in Sheffield, Inspector Danielle Spencer is trying to establish which way Matthew headed when he left college.
Normally, another 18-year-old boy might not have been that concerned, but because he's so rigid to his routine because of his condition, it's really concerning and worrying. There was no explanation for him not to have been on that bus.
When I spoke to Barnes with CCTV,
Yeah.
there is because their cameras are not working, there is a council camera that focuses on there.
Inquiries have revealed that the college cameras are out of action, but the surrounding streets are covered by council CCTV.
There. So yeah, there's two. That's a big one there.
Yeah.
And then one there. But then that's the construction one up there.
Operators need to track back to the time that Matthew's tutors last saw him at 12:30.
Ground control. Yeah, just to let you know, we've had a good look round at Barnsley College and Barnsley Town Centre for Matthew. We can't see him at the moment. There's a lot of students hanging around. I've had a good look. I'll continue to monitor.
There's too many people dressed in the same description and same age as that.
Right.
And that unless they've got a finer location, then come back to them.
Did he have a bus pass?
Got a bus pass on him, yeah.
And on that bus pass, can we tell if it's been used or is it a free pass?
With no trace of Matthew around college, officers need to establish whether he got on a bus at all.
Yeah, I've spoken to Stagecoach, but apparently they don't record any information. He just flashes it to the driver and the driver says, yeah, he's got a pass, we'll let him on. So there's no way of recording whether anyone's on their buses or not.
You have all sorts going through your head, and part of that is thinking there'll be a reasonable explanation for this and he'll turn up. But then also in the back of your mind, you've got to think worst case scenario and that something really serious has happened to him.
As soon as I realised that Matthew was not on that bus, I just had to concentrate on not panicking and not losing it. For Matthew to break a routine, it would be completely out of the ordinary, because routine is something that people on the spectrum prefer. And so when he didn't turn up, it was very worrying. He's got a college course that he enjoys, he's got hobbies and interests, he's got a girlfriend. But Matthew's autism brings limitations and it brings obstacles. When he is feeling overwhelmed, it can be very disabling for him. If he had one of these fits for any reason, which are brought about by stress, then anything could happen to him.
South Yorkshire Police, how can I help?
I've just seen one of our neighbours who's classed as vulnerable leave his property.
To the west of Sheffield, a call is coming in about another vulnerable adult.
How old is he?
He's in his late 20s. Got learning disabilities and he's under care.
Is he not able to be outside on his own then?
No, not without a carer. His name's Luke.
29-year-old Luke has autism combined with severe learning disabilities. He's just slipped out of his care home without telling anyone.
So what he's done is walked past the Rislin pub and he's walked along Roscoe Bank.
Roscoe Bank?
Yeah, so he's gone that way.
Right, we are deployed, so we are on his way to you, okay?
Concerned for his safety. He's a danger to himself, like he can't manage roads, etc.
We're just going to head up there now.
Within minutes, officers start a trawl of the roads around the care home.
We've got, I think, 3 of our cars on the way up.
While at the station, Sergeants Hazel Foley and Annabelle Hakes take charge of what is immediately classified a high-risk case.
We've got a picture of him in a green coat. Can you circulate that picture, please?
The things we start thinking about when someone has special needs and they go missing. Are they capable of making their own decisions? Do they have a lower mental age? And do they understand how they could be putting themselves in danger? And we just have to make sure we locate them as soon as possible.
Hello. Specifically, what are your main concerns about him being out on his own?
Officers have arrived at the care home to find out whether staff know where Luke could be heading.
What Luke tends to do, he'll walk, he'll recognise where his family is, quite a biggish family, and he'll head in that direction.
What do you think might happen?
The thing is, he is vulnerable, he's very friendly. If he meets the wrong type of character...
Easily led, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
So you're worried he's going to be taken advantage of by others?
Yeah.
Rather than
That's the vulnerability of it.
Yeah.
Have we got details of Mum? As in contact details and everything? Can I just grab them off you?
I'm sure we've got the address.
I think we've got address, I don't know if we've got contact number or anything else.
I'll go and get you.
Yeah, perfect, thank you.
The 999 caller saw Luke turn right and head north towards the main road, adding weight to the carer's hunch that he could be walking towards his parents' house. But that is 5.5 miles away in suburban northeast Sheffield. All units start to scour the main route in a bid to intercept him.
Hello, is that Joe? Has anybody contacted you about your son Luke? Where are you at the moment, Joe? Are you on... Mum's on holiday.
Whereabouts?
Skegness.
Does he know that she's on holiday?
Possibly not.
So we'd gone for a week's holiday and I got a phone call. As soon as they said, gone missing, my stomach churned. Luke's 29-year-old, but he's not 29-year-old. I would say Luke's on par with the 7-year-old. It's not really safe to be out on his own. No concept of danger. He thinks he's old enough to do things on his own. And I really wish that were possible, but it just isn't, and Luke don't get that.
I was really worried about him because we were so far away.
It's heartbreaking because you just want to be on control. You can't be on control because you're not there. The residential home Luke's in, it's not a prison, it's a home. He doesn't always let people know he wants to go out, he'll just do it. But Luke's a very vulnerable young man. And there's some not very nice people out there, as we all know.
It's here, his garden, here.
One team arrives at Luke's parents' house, while others search the surrounding streets.
White male, 5'9", crew-cut hair with glasses, a goatee beard, wearing green shorts, a light-coloured vest top. Proceed.
Is everybody there?
No. Go ahead.
I've taken a left into Southey Green Firth Park area.
We've had no joy so far.
At this point, you could be anywhere.
Their only lead has proved fruitless.
To Luke, everything needs to be routine. If he came to the house and we weren't here, it should probably be a stressful and dangerous thing for Luke. That would throw him off.
It's a hot summer day with the temperature nudging 30 degrees, adding to the level of concern.
In this weather, because it's so hot, if he is walking wherever, it could be 5-6 miles, and you're not drinking and stuff, you could become seriously ill.
I'm gonna look for some telephone numbers, but it's just not safe to be out.
Officers start searching for details of other family members Luke may try to visit.
We've got sister's address.
They discover that Luke has a sister who lives a short drive from the parents' address.
I won't go in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
He sees Jack Paisley and Chloe Constantine arrive to talk to her.
I'm just trying to think of other places he might go.
Yeah.
Just trying to think where else. So I've messaged my cousin as well because he might knock up at our Danny's house. After that, I've been my nana and granddad's. I phoned them.
Once he gets a march on, does he just go and not stop?
Yeah.
And what's he like in this weather as well? He just wouldn't notice it?
No.
Okay.
And thing is, he's one of those kids where you have to prompt him to drink and eat and stuff, so he won't have had anything.
Anything? No, that was the other concern.
And he does get dehydrated quite easily as well.
Yeah.
Hi, it's only me. I'm just checking to see if you've had any sightings of anything of him yet. When I found out Luke had gone missing, they found my brother and my sister-in-law, found my cousin Danny. They said he'd not been there. So at that point, I was getting really worried. I always feel responsible for Luke because he's my brother. And I want to keep him safe because I love him. He was a little character when he was younger. Just a beautiful soul. I would be the one that played with him or help take him out, help my mum and dad as well, because it was a struggle.
At first, they didn't really know what was wrong with Luke. All they said he was going to be slow in his development. Never learnt to read, write. He doesn't speak properly.
Luke wasn't diagnosed with autism at the beginning. We didn't know what Luke could grow up to be like. He's very, very lovable. But as he got older, his behaviour got more challenging. He started getting pushy with me until it got to a point where he once pushed me over. It was really, really upsetting. And as things went on, things got worse. So, 4 years ago, Luke went into residential. I felt guilty. I cried a lot. He rung me up all the time. But I think if I'd have kept Luke at home, it would have got to a point that I'd have been frightened to ask him to do anything. And plus, we'll not be here forever.
With no sign of Luke at any family member's house, the police launch a public appeal.
I think special needs are not always obvious. When you see a child walking down the street unaccompanied, your eyes would be immediately drawn thinking, something's not right here, should I contact the police, should I check on the welfare of that person? But someone of Luke's age, you wouldn't immediately know if he had any kind of special needs.
Lauren also posts a Facebook appeal. And there's just been a response.
Luke has been sighted on a tram near Bridge to Sheffield City Centre about 15 minutes ago.
Can we direct Kilo Delta 75 towards the tram stops? Potentially he's got a tram into town.
A man matching Luke's description has been spotted boarding a tram at Malin Bridge, 2 miles from the care home. The tram is heading towards Sheffield city centre.
So we need to get into town as quick as possible. Once you get into town, it's anyone's guess where he's gone.
Are we able to contact the super tram please to find out if we can work out what tram it is?
While emergency response units start heading towards the city centre, a call is put into the tram company.
I've got a high-risk missing person.
Name of Luke?
That's it.
Yeah, he got off at City Hall, driver told us, for about 16:23.
That's Luke getting off tram 3, City Hall Town Centre, 16:23.
15 minutes ago.
Foot patrols take up the search at City Hall, the last location where Luke was spotted.
People can definitely disappear into a crowd in the city centre. It's just a maze of streets and a maze of people. You can have people committing crime who at any given moment are ready to exploit that next person who may appear as vulnerable. And I think Luke is definitely at risk of that.
Check stairwells.
It's definitely not here.
Police emergency. Hiya, I've just seen on your Facebook page a report for a missing person, and I'm 90% sure I've just seen him.
Katie Hardy is on shift in the emergency control room when a call about another sighting comes in.
He was walking out of town towards the Tesco's.
Straight away I was concerned. It's quite hard to stop thinking about some of these people that have gone missing, particularly the more vulnerable people. If they're not found, you kind of wonder what's happening to them and you know, what are they going through right now.
Jack, would I be able to direct you to Town Hall, trace the route from when he got off the tram?
Yes, we'll go now.
PC Jack Garrett heads to the Town Hall CCTV control room to find out whether any cameras may have tracked where Luke went next.
That could be better, yeah. It's quite pixelated. This guy. You see him for a very short period of time. That could be him, though.
There is a possible sighting of this male getting off the tram on High Street. If this is the male, I can't confirm it from the footage because it's not good enough quality.
There can be cases of mistaken identity. The quality of the camera was quite poor. I couldn't have said for 100% certainty that it was Luke.
While the picture quality makes it hard to identify any individual, there's something about this man that has caught PC Garrett's attention.
He does look as though he's walking with a distinctive gait.
The thing that stood out with this particular piece of footage was the way that he walked. He sort of walked on his tiptoes. I thought this could be him.
CCTV we've got from council is from a distance, so it's not the best of footage. Does he walk tiptoeing?
Yeah.
That sounds.
That you can tell by his walk when it's Luke.
That sounds like the person we've seen on the CCTV.
Now there's a chance of tracking Luke's movements.
At 16:53, I was being seen walking up Savile Street towards Tesco. There is no cameras from Town Hall in the direction that he's walked, so there will be no further continuity of coverage of him.
The problem is we lose coverage.
I'm trying to think, so then he could walk then from there really straight, you know where the traffic lights cross?
Yeah, right at the bottom of Carlisle Street.
He'd either go straight on or right.
Okay.
So straight on would then bring him
Takes you up towards Meadowhall, doesn't it?
Meadowhall Winkerbank way,
Yeah.
which he knows very well.
Okay.
Which then you've got, if he does go that way, we go walking in them woods, Pennine Trail, which is the worrying thing. As much as they are beautiful woods to walk in, I wouldn't go in the woods on my own. There's people that hang around in there that probably shouldn't. It's really not safe for Luke to be in on his own. I mean, if you think about it, blazing sunshine all day. Honestly, my instinct was, is this the day that we don't get him back? Sorry.
In North Sheffield, it's over 11 hours since anyone has seen autistic college student Matthew, who's at risk of having a stress-induced seizure.
Well, we're looking for Matthew, your friend. He's been a missing person for a little while now, so we're just a little bit worried for him.
PC's Donnelly and Connor have been calling his close friends to find out if anyone knows why Matthew has broken his usual routine.
The last time you saw him was then, when he's gone off to his part of college and you've gone elsewhere, right? And did you speak to him in the daytime or anything? Has he mentioned anything of concern, anything that's upset him, that may have caused him to go missing? Yeah. And what's supposed to have happened? So when was that supposed to happen? Do you know? Will that be all right? Do you think that's in the past couple of days or something, or was that today? No worries. Take care. Bye. No, I've spoke to his friend. Usually gets bus with. He's gone to placements thing instead. He's waved goodbye to him on the bus in the morning. But someone who's approached him maybe said something to upset him. That's during some point in the day. Not sure when.
Had it been an 18-year-old without autism that had conflict with a friend, you might think, well, that happens all the time and they'll be able to deal with it. However, because of the autism, he might not have been able to process that properly, think rationally about it. He may have took things out of context.
Now we've got that trigger that could lead to his stress-induced seizures, so concern for him was growing.
So I did have all these feelings rising up and stuff, but I knew that as soon as I'd bought into those kind of feelings, I'd be useless. So I really tried to focus on putting my trust in the people that were already looking for him. I first noticed that Matthew's development might not be as it should be when he wasn't reaching his milestones. By the time he was 3.5, he had been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. When he was little, we had no idea which way we were going to go.
Hi. Did you get that?
I did, I got it. As Matthew got older, he was doing as well as he could in school, and it wasn't really until he went over into high school that he had his first seizure, and they started in GCSE year. It would seem appropriate, really, that they started at that time because it's a very stressful time for teens. You have to fit in this world to other people's standards and expectations, and that's really tough for people on the spectrum. When Matthew disappeared, there'd been a huge build-up of negative events, and he didn't feel very good about himself. We'd gone through a rough time with his brother's health. We'd had a death in the family, and then lockdown came. So all his normal routine and the things that were in place that he could turn to when he started to feel overwhelmed had all been taken away. And I think he'd come to the end of his rope at that point.
I'm just wondering if I give you some details, if you can see if there's any bookings in his name or number.
Back at the station, Inspector Spencer starts calling local taxi firms and hotels to find out whether Matthew could have gone in search of a place to stay.
Have we had an update from Spock about that Find My iPhone?
No, I've just chased it. I don't think it belonged. He said it'd be about an hour to an hour and a half, didn't he?
Yeah.
She's also put in a request to track the activity on his mobile phone.
To look at someone's phone data is really quite intrusive, so we only do that in cases where we think that they are going to come to or have already come to some serious harm.
While waiting for the phone data, PC's Connor and Donnelly are dispatched to question the person that Matthew had an altercation with earlier on.
Bit of a weird one, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
If he's had a row, it set him off, triggered him.
Yeah.
Hello, it's the police. Is there a door around back?
Double check.
Hello. So sorry to wake you up at this hour. Are you all right to come in?
Yeah.
Is that okay? This person wasn't overly forthcoming about this argument that they'd apparently had. They'd seen him at college at around 2 o'clock and nobody had seen him since. He'd left upset. It's just pushing more on the idea that he has had a stress-induced seizure. I've had personal experience with my partner who had a seizure, and I ended up having to give him CPR. I knew how serious it could be for Matthew.
Police now know that Matthew was still at college at 2 p.m, but left after the argument and was likely in a distressed state.
Go on, Asher on speaker with Gaffer.
Okay, yeah, so to advise that it was off.
They're pinning their hopes on being able to find him through phone data.
There's no data on the phone after 14:07.
Does that mean then that his phone's potentially gone off at 7 minutes past 2?
It's looking like that phone's off.
Yeah, it looks like he's switched off, doesn't it? To find out that Matthew had switched his phone off after he'd had the altercation just makes you even more worried. It disappeared off the face of the earth, wasn't contactable, and there had been absolutely no sightings at all. You get that real sort of gut feeling that things aren't going to end well.
So I just double check all the Tesco's car park and stuff just in case, because he sort of went out of sight, didn't he, somewhere around there.
In central Sheffield, fears are mounting for 29-year-old Luke, who's gone missing on one of the hottest days of the year. He's not been seen since he disappeared from view on CCTV.
Hi Jack, just seeing how you were getting on.
It's not proving too successful. Just on that Carlisle Street East again. No sign.
So with how hot it is, I can't imagine him being able to go this long without getting a drink. So as the time started ticking on, it's getting more and more concerning for us trying to find him, because you just don't know how far he may have gone or what kind of harm he might have come to in that time.
The times that Luke has gone, he's always been found within an hour, and I think that worried me and his dad a lot because it was such a long time.
South Yorkshire, please.
Hi, my name's Katie. Hello. I took a call earlier and it was related to a high-risk misfire. You got a green desktop on?
Let me just have a little look.
I'm pretty sure I've got eyes on him. I'm right next to
Right,
him.
okay.
When I finished my shift, I was driving on my way home, and on the opposite side of the road, I spotted someone. I think, oh, he looks familiar. Is this the missing person from earlier? When I spotted the man, he was about to cross the road and go down into some woods. So I wasn't sure if it was him because I couldn't remember what he was wearing. So I called 999.
Thank you, baby.
Lauren, just to let you know, we've had a sighting in Handsworth.
In Handsworth?
Yeah. And we'll go find him.
I'll ring you again.
Thank you. No, it's all right.
Come and sit in back of our car. I'm only going to get hold of you because for no reason other than I don't want you to do one from us. Sit in car.
You take care, Luke.
You all right then, Luke?
He looked exhausted, bless him. He was bright red, he was tired, he was dehydrated. If I hadn't have had the call earlier, perhaps I wouldn't have stopped because I wouldn't have recognised him. It was just right place, right time.
Hey up, Luke, buddy.
I was just gobsmacked. The fact that where we were found was nowhere near any of us thought it'd be was crazy. The fact that she'd left work and not switched off, you know, is amazing. Utter relief. Little bugger.
I found him. Outside Handsworth.
You're going to come in the cooler car? Yeah?
The relief, it's indescribable. After length of time that he'd been gone, I definitely didn't think that was the phone call we were going to get.
See you later.
Bye.
Hey, this is the better car, this is. Make sure that's all straight and everything. There we go.
Where have you been walking then, Luke?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Next to my mum's.
Oh, did you go to your mum's house?
Yeah,
How did you get up here?
I walked it here.
You walked all the way here? Yeah?
It's a bit hot.
It is a bit
Yeah.
hot. It's really hot today.
In the 5.5 hours Luke has been gone, he's travelled nearly 9 miles in almost 30-degree heat. The woods he was about to enter are 3 miles south of the last location he was seen at.
I think one of the thoughts that's in the back of your mind when someone is located so far from home is that if he's managing to get further afield and go missing for longer, it increases the amount of situations that he could put himself into where he's at some risk of harm.
Police emergency.
I'm a support worker for Luke. He's doing a run out. I'm trying to follow him, but I can't keep up with him. So I'm a bit worried.
Where are you currently?
Meadowall.
3 weeks after Luke went missing, he's just disappeared again. This time on a trip to Meadow Hall shopping centre with his carers.
Hello, is Joe in?
Hi, sir.
You on? Just need to have a chat to her about son, that's all. He's gone missing.
Luke's gone again? Yeah.
He's gone again? Yeah. So he's gone to Meadowall. We're off from staff at 5 PM and Meadowall security updated. So they've had a look round Meadowall for him and obviously can't find him. So if they've had a good look round, it would mean that he's probably not in Meadowall.
Has he got on a bus?
We don't know.
I'm not sure. They're trying to find out with the CCTV.
Right. And I'm just trying to... It's alright, my head's going round. You see, my instinct now is just to get in car.
I don't drive round.
Yeah.
At Meadow Hall, officers start hunting through CCTV. They soon spot a familiar figure.
He's seen leaving the actual shopping centre, coming onto the interchange, and then he just seems to get lost.
The interchange is close to Meadow Hall train station.
They can't see him on platform 3 or 4 due to the distance of the cameras.
Said it was platform 3 and 4 that he went out of sight. He may have got on a train at around 17:07.
Roger, so it'll only be if the trains themselves have CCTV then.
Because Luke got on a tram last time he went missing, police need to consider the possibility that he may have boarded a train. It could take him north to Leeds, or even beyond.
So you know when he goes towards platform 3 and 4 on the train station, is there another way out the station then that wouldn't be captured that means he could carry on foot away from the station?
If you follow the bridge all the way over towards the train station, if you carried on that path, and then comes some steps that takes you up towards Winkerbank.
So at this point in time, we don't know whether he's got on a train on platform 3 or 4, or whether he's carried on walking towards Winkerbank. Apparently there's a footpath that goes out the other side of those platforms. I think we need to do a bit of a walk from where this footpath is to see if we can pick him up there.
Is he going to head for somewhere or somebody he knows?
With nightfall fast approaching, Luke's parents also take to the road.
When he did it last time, it were in day.
No.
Lauren put it on social media and people
were out.
Yeah, and said, oh, I've just seen him at so-and-so. So we got a gist or an idea on what area we were in. But obviously that's not going to happen. I don't know which way to go. My greatest fear is somebody getting hold of Luke. I don't know what I'd do. Probably blame myself. I tend to blame myself that Luke's got what he's got. I don't know why. I just do. The thoughts of anybody ever getting hold of Luke, I don't know. I've lost plot now. Totally and utterly. Because I don't think we're going to find him. I really don't. I've got an absolute horrible feeling this time, Joe.
Yeah, we've looked at platforms 4 and 3. No sign of him on either of the platforms so far.
So far?
While waiting at home for news, Lauren has just received an alert on social media. Luke has apparently been spotted in the village of Kiverton, 10 miles south of the shopping centre.
I got a Facebook inbox message from a friend who lives in Kiverton saying that this strange man's been knocking on her door and she's picked it up on her ring doorbell.
Hello.
Hello?
Where is Colt Lane from here?
I was just shocked. All of a sudden, he's at this person's house. I was really worried because knocking on people's doors in the dark will get some people's backs up. There was a few messages on the post which worried me immensely. One of the guys said, "Oh, I'm going to go looking for him scaring women on our road. I'm going to teach him a lesson." My cousin Danny, who lives in Kiverton, he was straight out looking for Luke.
Hello. We've just been to Kiverton. Oh my God.
We've just been there.
We've just been. We're on motorway coming back from there. We need to go.
I'll be back in 10 minutes. Hello again.
Why? Everybody's looking for you. Everybody. Oh, did you come on bus?
To see these.
Yes, but did you come on bus?
Luke has just been found by his cousin Danny, not far from the house where he rang the bell.
What made you decide to do what you did?
I get bored.
Right.
Sometimes. That's why I run away.
Right.
Where me is the 40 years.
Me and Dad's going to take you home.
I wanna stay with you tonight.
You can't.
Please.
If your child said to you, "I want to come home, can I come home?" You first, what are you going to say? Yes, of course you can. That's not as easy with Luke. It is heartbreaking that I don't bring him home to stop with me. And that's not because I don't want to. It's just trying to keep everything more normal for Luke, because his home is where he lives.
Say goodbye.
He did. All I want is for him to be well looked after and happy. And I think that's what most parents would want. But Luke will always have it in his head that he can do things by himself. And when all said and done, he can't. So we are forever thinking of ways that we can keep Luke safe.
Matthew is a vulnerable 18-year-old male that's gone missing from Barnsley College. We're really struggling.
It's now 1:30 a.m. and police are no further forward in tracing Matthew since discovering he switched his phone off when he walked out of college almost 11 hours ago.
We know that the building for the college has been secured and locked. The grounds for this college are here, look. That's got a parkland round it. Right. So they've secured the property, but my thoughts are we can't confirm.
He's not in that park.
Exactly. I've asked for Heli to search that park.
Can I also request for the helicopter, please?
The authorisation is given to scramble the National Police Air Service to search the surrounding area.
To request empath assistance on an enquiry, it needs to be a situation where we think there is a threat to life. Maybe somewhere in need of medical assistance that he wasn't able to get for himself.
Yeah, the two, it's Church Street Junction, Eastgate and Old Mill Lane at the site I'm wanting searching.
Epaz 3-1, we've got that in sight now. We will check it as best we can, obviously. There's a lot of places that somebody could hide out of our sight of our camera.
Meanwhile, officers search on the ground to check any blind spots.
Male suffered with stress-induced seizures, so they're a bit concerned that it could have had one of these. Will be remaining immediate.
We've checked the grounds all around the College Sports Academy, so all that area, but no sign.
Obviously, they won't have much fuel to last all night. Is there anything else at this time?
No, I don't think there is, unless I can just touch base with Rio and Tom if they can identify any other areas.
Straight note for empathic demand. Just been given it back where you to go to. He was getting stressed out.
What's this?
One with the viaduct at the end.
Penistone, so it runs by River Don, and at the bottom there's a viaduct which I can see, which is where he usually goes.
PC Connor has just spoken to a family member who has suggested a possible location to search 8 miles away.
Epaz 3-1, yeah. It's Penistone Viaduct, so obviously we'll check that.
The viaduct is a huge, high train bridge. There's also a lake there as well, that he could have potentially had a seizure and accidentally fallen off or fallen into the water. This is really, really time critical now.
Access from Epaz 3-1. We've done those park areas and the viaducts, etc. There's no sign, no heat sources, should I say.
I think we're at a dead end at the moment without any further information.
It's just like a pit of your stomach where you think, God, where could he be? What could have happened to this young kid?
Hello, did I just miss a call from you, Rebecca? He's just walked in.
What? Is he okay?
So, tell me where you've been then, Matthew. What's happened?
I went to Huddersfield, and then I was there for a bit. Yeah, it was cold. And then after that I went to Manchester and got lost a few times. Didn't know where I was going, and then eventually I found my way back, and then I got on the tram to Middlewood, and then I've just walked for 4 hours back here.
What happened at school today then?
Someone approached me and tried to speak to me about yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Straw that broke camel's back, really, and I just went rogue. Sorry.
Don't apologise, you're absolutely fine. You've had a very stressful night, I'm sure, and I appreciate you're probably very tired. Okay, we will leave you to get some rest then. I bet you're knackered, didn't you, Matthew?
Thank you.
Yeah? Alright.
Matthew has spent almost 14 hours on the move, travelling more than 90 miles by train and tram before walking the last 6 miles home.
I was really, really relieved when he walked in and safe and in one piece.
and he looked like he were a bit worse for wear emotionally, but that were all right because he was at home.
When I get stressed out, it's definitely different to how other people deal with it. All I want to do is get away from the situation that is stressing me out, and if I can't get away, my stress gets worse. I lose control of my behaviour. I can't control what I'm doing. I'm that stressed I can't physically control what's going on in my head. Reasons why I left, I was just struggling, and what happened on that day just tipped me over the edge. I didn't think anyone would come look for me. At that point, I just didn't think anyone truly cared about me. But so many people were trying to find me. It just made me realise that people actually do care about me. I know I see the world differently to other people, but that's not a bad thing. Like, just because I'm different doesn't mean that it's bad. I think that people like me who are autistic, they never have really bad intentions. They're just different, and there's nothing wrong with that.
He wants to have the meat platter.
Luke continues to live at his care home, but visits his family regularly. With his 30th birthday approaching, they're planning a party.
What's your favourite music you want DJ to play on your birthday?
Dance music.
Dance music, right. Okay then.
You're going to dance? With someone.
Yeah, with who?
Auntie Janice. Auntie Janice, alright.
She asked.
I like my family. I like them. A good family to have. They always look for me everywhere. Up, down, left, right. I'm older now. Not running away again. Not ever.
Details of help and support are available on the Action Line page of the BBC website.